Hey guys, I'm actually choosing to review Kaiser's policy on medicinal marijuana and how that's affecting their patients who take daily prescriptions. Kaiser Permanente Health Group is an insurance provider, and they are all across the nation. However, they are very populated in the state of California. I personally have Kaiser Permanente as my health insurance plan. As of recently, I've been thinking about changing due to their policies. This policy, as I mentioned, is focusing on the way they treat people who, use medicinal marijuana, and living in the state of California, it is one of the states that has actually passed a law allowing it for medicinal and recreational use, so not just for medicinal purposes. Kaiser Permanente, I ran into an issue. I switched over to from Medi-Cal or from my dad's health insurance plan to Medi-Cal health insurance, and as part of that, I was required to come in and see my primary care physician for a she said a annual physical, which is, of course, I'm going in thinking, okay, it's just normal work, and I come in and she gets straight to the point. She's like, okay, the real reason I brought you here today is actually because, you're taking this medication. It's a Schedule 2 medication, and in the state of California, you're required to do a drug test. So I immediately go, oh, okay, well, that's fine. Am I going to have to do this every single time? And she tells me that every time I need to refill my medication, I'm going to now have to take a drug screen. And I have been taking this medication since I was 6 years old. And she, goes on to tell me that if I come up positive for marijuana, even though it's legal in the state of California, she's going to take me off my medication. And that was, very concerning to me, because there's so many people out there that have also like similar medications that they need. Mine is for helps me with activities of daily living, and I have been taking it since I was 6 years old, and I just can't imagine I wouldn't be able to get through school. It would just be impossible, and I can't imagine how other people, living with, chronic pain, and for example, because chronic pain is one of the things that Schedule 2 medications treats. And my medication is actually Adderall, which helps with treating learning disabilities, which is something that I live with, and I would not be able to have gotten this far in life and got my master's degree without it. So the fact that Kaiser Permanente has implemented a policy that they have mandatory drug screens for their patients in order to get their medications that they need is a little bit ridiculous. And, it definitely needs to be addressed, because it has been issued by the state of California that it is legal even for recreational, not just medicinal. So I actually have family members that were completely removed off of their medication, and, I also have a friend of a friend who their doctor kicked them off their health plan. They said, I'm not going to be treating you anymore, and there was no other doctors, primary care physicians available taking new patients at the Kaiser Health Group, so they had to switch health plans altogether. And, this is definitely something that I'm seeing more often, especially with Kaiser Health Insurance, and, discriminating against their patients, even though it's been, deemed legal in this state. So it is a little bit ridiculous that they're refusing to give patients medication, and it really is, it goes back to like that, that theory of the worthy and the unworthy, because how often are they drug screening their doctors? Are they drug screening their doctors every month? Because they're giving us life-saving, treatments, and I would like to know it is just, you know, it's a form of discrimination, and it's really like just perpetuating that cycle of poverty and the worthy and the unworthy. So yes, this is definitely something that I feel strongly about, and a lot of people are losing access to medications, and it's creating barriers to care for them. And you know, the only reason I got that my doctor gave me was, oh, well, President Trump announced, you know, that he was going to be doing this, and he's trying to attack the opioid crisis, and that we're just going to go based off Trump's initiative. And you know, that to me seemed, you know, had very little credit behind their reasons for doing that, and I think that there's a lot of underlying issues that need to be addressed with this. So yes, my policy is going to be really focused on, you know, Kaiser and their attack on marijuana use in their patients.